Right, guys, we're doing a little bit of Law of One today. So I'm going to get out my cordial because this is cordial work, people. To be doing this sitting here, it's people perfect. So I'm just going to be hospitable and make myself some cordial. We like lime cordial, people. Right. Go to Aldi and buy Aldi lime cordial because it's very refreshing. Did you know that pine lime cordial and this one aren't much different? It's all about the marketing and the colouring they put in it. It's actually the same formula for the pine lime and for the actual lime cordial. It's just a marketing gimmick and it just makes people think, oh, this tastes like pineapple with a bit of extra colour. It's only a subtle difference. It's actually a very similar formula to the lime. I thought that was really interesting. Okay, one sec. This is all the stuff I find out about being psychic. It's just very interesting facts. It's all the same stuff. It's sugar, water, flavouring, natural flavour, and colour. That's what God just said, colour. That's all it is. That's all cordial is. I remember my teacher, at primary school, Keith Russell, he said Coke at the Coke factory, it's just syrup and water for Coke. That's all. This obviously all this stuff is. We don't need to be giving any more meaning to things other than that. It's a sustenance drink, a sustenance formula. Okay. Confederation of Planets. Let's have a look at this. It's the Law of One. The lawof1.info, people. Is where you want to be going. Law of One, all in one word, .info. Question. Do any of the UFOs that are presently reported come from other planets here at this time, or do you have this knowledge? Right. The answer. I am one of the members of the Confederation of Planets in the service of the Infinite Creator. There are approximately 53 civilizations, this was in the 1980s, mind you, comprising approximately 500 planetary consciousness complexes in this confederation. The universe is very vast and it's almost like infinite creation out there in the galaxy. From what, like if you watch, yeah, that's all I'll tell you. It's infinite, but this is like a subset of what they're talking about. So there are approximately 53 civilizations comprising, with the UFOs that actually have an affiliation with us in particular. So there are approximately 53 civilizations comprising approximately 500 planetary consciousness complexes in this confederation. This confederation contains those from your own planet who have attained dimensions beyond your third. It contains planetary entities within your solar system. Yes, absolutely. So my friend Jeff, for example, he can tune into the Palladians and he can actually see UFOs when he's star watching at night time because he's tuned into the frequency. It's a bit like how dogs, I can hear the psychic information because I'm tuned into the frequency, right? If a medium is prepared for mediumship, she will get the rays that can be channeled so she can get the information platform. God said he's my faggot because it's actually true, right? If you're a humanoid and you're vibrating at a cellular level to be able to receive new information platform, it's all about vibration and it's radio frequency. If you're tuned into the frequency, like in physics, you learn about radio waves. It's like setting a dial on your radio. If you can tune into the frequency, you will receive the frequency, right? So let's have a look here. It contains planetary entities within your solar system, and it contains planetary entities from other galaxies. It is a true confederation. So confederation means like communion, it means like collaboration, and also an agreement for unity, basically, like an unspoken agreement. Yeah, a union. It is a true confederation in that its members are not alike, but allied in service according to the law of one. Yes, so they yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? I don't really need to say any more because that sentence said it all. But I really like that sentence. You mentioned that you were a member of the Confederation of Planets. What avenues of service? You just have to be interested, an interesting person, people, to get aligned with the frequency, and you'll be part of this confederation. I've been channeling from multi-dimensional races, people, on my blog, Psychic Ben. So yeah, you are in that union, really. If you're joining with them and want to be of service, a person of service, that is allied in service according to the law of one, because you're in that oneness understanding when you're doing that. So let's keep reading. You mentioned that you were a member in the Confederation of Planets. What avenues of service or types of service are available to members of the Confederation? Would you describe some of them? I am Ra. Now, Ra is a member of the Confederation of Planets because they exist on Venus and they are a multi-dimensional race, right? So they are about, obviously, delivering service here as part of the channeling. So they are a member of this this service offering. I'm Ra. This is the answer. I'm assuming that you intend the service which we of the Confederation can offer, rather than service which is available to our use. Absolutely. So they are offering a service instead of using the service, but by offering the service, they're getting the divine intuition that's helping their race go stronger. So, but they're not thinking about what they can gain, they're thinking about what they can offer. Isn't that good? The service available for our offering to those who call us is equivalent. Yes, so they're getting called. That's the thing. They're the healer, but they're calling those by the seekers. Because these seekers are here wanting to commune with them, and so they're happy to assist and be there, right? So that's why people are going to start calling me soon, right? Or watching me, which is just as good, because I'm still putting out my offering to you. Anyway, the service available for our offering to those who call us is equivalent to the square of the distortion / need of that calling divided by, or integrated with, the basic law of one and its distortion, indicating the free will of those who are not aware of the unity of creation. Yes, because you have to have the awareness to actually know, oh, this is what I want, right? So help people and you will be helped. And it does it naturally without you having to think about equations. But, for example, by them putting this service out there, someone like me who was integrated by spirit people came about this here and is now viewing it. Really, that's what I'm being told is the only thing you need to know without getting too serious about trying to understand it, right? Yeah, it's just an equation that they're using, but that's all you need to understand. So we're going to move over that bit. From this, I'm assuming that the difficulty you have contacting this planet at this time is the mixture of people here, some being aware of the unity, some not, and for this reason you cannot come openly or give any proof of your contact. Is this correct? All right, before I even answer that question, they're not about giving proof, right? God doesn't give proof. Like you'll see in Howard Storm's near-death experience, he asks the question, why didn't you put flames in the sky and say God is real? Because God wants people to reach their own awarenesses, right? He doesn't like mollycoddling people because that's actually disempowering to people. You get strong by finding God yourself. And if you don't have the awareness, you're not ready to be aware, basically. So he allows you to form your own amazing wisdom by being not present, and by that veil actually being here. It's actually of service to you to grow yourself without trainer wheels, because that's how you're going to get benefit, by being on that bike that you're riding, right? So it's actually serving humanity greatly, but this is also serving humanity, this material, for those who are ready. You have to be ready, and you have to be a seeker to want to even... And if you're not doing it, you're not ready for it, or you're on a different path completely where you don't need to see what I'm doing. So, yeah, it's all about matching puzzle pieces for those who want it. Right, so here's their answer. I am Ra. As we just repeated through this instrument, we must integrate all of the portions of your social memory complex in its illusory disintegration form. Isn't that fantastic? Yes. So it's like imagine a world, and there's like red lights where people are interested in oneness in different parts of the world, and it's all working as a system together where other people aren't focused on it, but they're making the flower and the, I don't know, vanilla essence and everything, and that might be a yellow light somewhere else, right? And it's all integrating and working together with trucks moving everything around to the different people. So it's all one union, and only some of us are focusing on this unity consciousness within the red portions, right? But it's still all a system working together. And for the whole system to be harmonious, that has to happen between all of the different coloured lights, okay? So that's the whole social memory complex, right? It's a system in and of itself. Beyond the veil. So beyond the veil is illusory disintegration form. Now it's integrated in that whole earth, but we call it disintegration because only some people are part of the red light within that whole thing. So it's all integrated together as a whole system, but we also say illusory disintegration form because some people aren't part of that law of one understanding. So in that sense, it's illusory disintegration, right? Let's keep going without getting too technical. Then the product of this can be seen as the limit of our ability to serve. Yes, it can be seen as the limit. Again, it's about perception of our ability to serve, because those people who are the yellow flashing lights, they're not seeking this material, are they? So it can be seen as a limit in that sense. We are fortunate that the law of service squares the desires of those who call. Yes, because those who call, they're then radiating at a frequency of what they're learning about, and that has a ripple effect through them to other people by what they're then radiating through thought forms in the universe, and also with them as a physical entity. So yeah, it's a square because it's exponential increase, basically, in short. Otherwise, we would have no beingness in this time/space at this present continuum of the illusion. In short, you are basically correct. The thought of not being able to be the thought of not being able is not a part of our basic thought form complex towards your peoples, but rather is a maximal consideration of what is possible. Yeah. Yep, that's right. So they're looking at the they're looking at the glass half full and not half empty, basically, because people might be like, "Oh, this is terrible that this isn't getting out there to everybody." These like that's one perspective. That's the glass half empty, right? These people are considering the glass half full. So the thought of not being able is not a part of our basic thought form complex towards your peoples. That's not what they're thinking. They're thinking the people who seek us is good enough. And in that positive energy they're radiating, they're going to get more people to seek them. If they start thinking, oh, we're scared it's not going to, they're not even thinking that. They're not thinking because they know that those yellow lights are perfect in their function without even needing to have the law of one understanding, right? This is the way these people think. They're acceptance-based people, and not control-based people. So that's why they have this thought form. They look at what is possible rather than the lack. Right, moving on. At what point would this calling be enough for you to openly come among the people on Earth? How many entities on Earth would have to call the Confederation? The answer, I am Ra. We do not calculate the possibility of coming among your peoples by numbers of calling. They're not counting, they're not looking at numbers, but by a consensus among an entire societal memory complex which has become aware of the infinite consciousness of all things. So when people are ready, they will help them, is what they're trying to say. This has been possible among your peoples only in isolated instances. Yeah, so the people basically have to have the light bulb moments themselves as an individual entity. Even if they get told by other people, if they're not ready for it, they're not ready for it. They have to have that enlightenment moment themselves to actually want to be seeking this material. In the case wherein a social memory complex which is servant of the Creator sees the situation and has an idea for the appropriate aid which can only be done among your peoples, the social memory complex desiring this project lays it before the council of Satan. So Satan is basically the dark forces, right? If it is approved, quarantine is lifted. So when they're ready, they will seek. They're basically not being... they're not having those... they've reached a point of enough illusion that has caused them to learn to a point to want to seek the understanding, basically, is what that is meaning. Is this enough? It's not enough? It's not enough fag hag loser, they're saying. That was our thoughts completely. Okay, what about the flour mill and the vanilla essence? That's perfect. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's why we are jealous of people here. That's what it is, Facebook expression. That's what they're saying. Jealous is lack, people. Don't look at lack. Look at the good. Where are you guys feeling like you're falling short? Let's have a pause. Where are you guys feeling like you're falling short? Serve people, people. That's what we're doing already, I'm hearing. Then what's the problem with me? Because you aren't helping people, are you? That's what they think of Pinbock here. It's money, isn't it? Facial expressi, they said. That's what they aren't suggesting. All right, well, I'll keep reading. I'll keep reading, people. Um, yeah. Thank you, the Male Collective said. No problem, my friends. Thank you very much. Can you tell me how the Confederation of Planets was formed and why? I'm Ra. The desire to serve begins in the dimension of love or understanding to be an overwhelming goal of the social memory complex. Basically, to serve people within the social memory complex, right? It doesn't matter if it's your social memory complex on your own or other people's social memory complex, because remember, we're talking about oneness here. So it wouldn't matter if it was your own social memory complex or other people's, because we are other people. That's what we're always saying. We are other people. That's why it can be a collective social memory complex, as well as your own, right? Because this that I'm talking now from my own social memory complex is also from other people as well. I just wanted to clarify that. It wouldn't matter what it was, what I said, if it was my own or a collective, right? Let's keep going. Thus, those percentiles of planetary entities, plus approximately 4% more of whose identity we cannot speak, found themselves long ago in your time seeking the same thing, service to others. The relationship between these entities as they entered an understanding of other beings, other planetary entities, and other concepts of service was to share and continue together these commonly held goals of service. Thus, each voluntarily placed the social memory complex data in what you may consider a central thought complex available to all. This then created a structure whereby each entity could work in its own service while calling upon any other understandings needed to enhance the service. This is the cause of the formation and the manner of the working of the Confederation. Absolutely. So we talk about form, and it's like, what do we call it? Figurine is the word that we gave it. It's like when you make a piece of art. Lily Cern is saying, good for you. She's loving this. It's like you're a figurine in flow, and that's work from other people. But you don't think about it. It's your form. I think Archangel Urion spoke about this in my blog on Psychic Men. He talked about there's other. It's called form anyway, and it's basically. I think he talked about the funnel web spider. But yeah, this is the cause of the formation and the manner of the working of the Confederation. How good is that? It's basically union they're talking about, in service. Next question. With such a large number of planets in this galaxy, I was wondering if you say there are approximately 500 Confederation planets. That seems to me a relatively small percentage of the total number of fourth and fifth density planets around. Is there any reason for this relatively small percentage in this confederation? I'm Ra. There are many confederations, is the answer. There are many confederations. This confederation works with the planetary spheres of 7 of your galaxies, if you will, and is responsible for the coolings of the densities of these galaxies. Yeah, because it's like it's a vibrational frequency matching actually to where this is most beneficial by the galaxies that we're working with. It's a union in any case that's helping people. So that's the main message. Questioner, thank you. A most important point to my way of thinking. You mentioned that there were a number of confederations to all serve the infinite creator in basically the same way, or do some specialize in some particular types of service? I'm Ra. All serve the one creator. There is nothing else to serve, for the creator is all that there is. It is impossible to not serve the Creator. There are simply various distortions of this service. Yeah, so from different angles, basically, different beings are serving within the whole. As in the Confederation, which works with your peoples, each confederation is a group of specialized individual social memory complexes. Yes, each doing that which it expresses to bring into manifestation. Absolutely. So that follows that same what I basically just said. So I'm going to stop it there because I think that's enough. Thank you for listening, people, and taking an interest. I think it's massively interesting. So, yeah, Confederation of Planets. Get on it, people.